Alright, hello everybody, I'm back once again. I need to make a correction, something I need to get straight on one of my videos I made the other day. I knew this would eventually happen, it happens, you know. But it was brought to my attention that I said something to the effect that it's better to love your wife or love your husband than to be in love with them. Okay? Now the Bible commands us men to love our wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself for her. Okay? This is the kind of love Christ is requiring of us men, not in love. Now, I know we have been brought up to think being in love is the ultimate, but it's not. The love Christ is calling us to walk in is the agape love. Now, to be in love, I mean, it's okay if you're in love, but that type of love is going to fail. Okay, this is what I'm saying. That kind of love one day is going to fail. That kind of love, even though that kind of love, that Bible said that love is stronger than death. And it's talking about this romantic type of love. But still, it can't stop death. Okay? It's stronger than death, but it won't stop death. It can't stop death. Now, what is that? What do you call that? Okay? But the love of God, the agape love, it'll stop death. It will stop death. Okay? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Love will conquer death. The agape love. But if you can just be in love, you can be in love. People can be in love 1 minute, and the next day they can hate you. It's people feel like, oh, I fell in love, I'm in love. But then next year, they can't stand each other. This is what I'm talking about. If you're in love, that's a good thing. But it's no match for the God kind of love. That's what I'm talking about. The God kind of love is willing to die for that person. The in love stuff, the romantic, soulish, I'm in love, there's a word for that word. Hold on, let me get it. Sorry, can't find the word for it. But I know that this type of love is different from the agape love. The romantic love that you might have between a man and a woman, it can be here today and gone tomorrow. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. To be in love. It's people that, to be in love. Now, this is not to say I don't love my wife. Because, see, this is a problem. People heard what I said and feel like I'm saying I don't love my wife. I do love my wife. As a matter of fact, I love my wife more than I've ever loved her. And I'll tell people that. I tell people when I see them, I say, man, I love my wife now. I've been with her 44 years, and my love for her is stronger than ever. Okay? Because I've learned how to love her with the God kind of love. There's a difference, man. It makes a big difference. If I just love her with the romantic type of love, we would have been separated and gone our separate ways a long time ago. Because problems will destroy that type of love. That type of love is weak. It's very weak. Just ordinary problems will destroy that. Okay? You have to go beyond romantic love. You got to go beyond that. And you got to get the God kind of love. See, the God kind of love says this love never fails. Read I think it's 1 Corinthians 13 chapter. This love never fails. the God kind of love. It don't, but the romantic type of love, it'll fail. If you're in love, it'll fail. Okay? The God kind of love endures all things, but the romantic type of love will not endure. Okay? That kind of love that, as long as you're making me feel good, I love you. Okay? But the God kind of love will love you even if they don't make you feel good. So this is what I was saying. I wasn't saying that I didn't love my wife, and you shouldn't have the romantic type of love. You should. It's okay to have the romantic type of love, or to be in love. Okay, but to be in love, it's gonna fail you. It's gonna fail you for sure, because the reason why you are in love is because you're getting something out of that relationship that makes you feel good. Okay, some women are in love with men because of their wealth, because of their power, because of their personality, and it just makes them feel good. But what if that wealth, power, and personality ain't there? Will you still love them then? See? This is what I'm talking about. So this is the reason why a lot of couples, they get married, they fall in love, they're all in love, and just crazy about each other. But as soon as one of them do something that the other one don't like, some of the most meanest, hateful words come out of their mouths toward that person. Okay? But the God kind of love, it won't do that. The God kind of love is much harder to walk in, though. I will tell you that. It's much more trying. Okay? But it lasts forever. Okay, so by me saying what I said, I'm not saying I don't love my wife. I love my wife now more than I ever have. And people who know me know I've told them that in person. I'm more crazy. I love my wife now more than I've ever loved her. Okay? Because I've learned how to love her. How can I say this? As I've learned how to love her soul, her very soul. Okay, I've learned how to care about what she wants, what she needs. All right, am I perfect at that? Absolutely not. There's sometimes she might say, "I want you to do this. I want you to," and sometimes I might say, "No, I'm not doing. I can't do it today." Okay, but sometimes I can if I feel up to it, and I will. But sometimes, no, I don't perform perfectly with that. Okay, so that's what I meant. Okay, the God kind of love supersedes all type of love. Even a love between a mother and a child. A mother and a child, probably the love between a mother and a child is probably the strongest love you'll see here in this world. But that will fail. Okay, that will fail. As you know, mothers, that's some mothers, they abuse their child and do all kind of things to them. Even set children to kill their own parents. But still, at one time, there was a very strong bond between them. But when you hold and cling to the love of God, it will never fail. Okay? But you got to cling to the love of God. And the Bible said love is as strong as death, but it don't stop it. Now, that's an enigma, man. That's an enigma, a paradox, whatever you want to call it. How it can be stronger than death, the romantic type of love, but it can't stop it. But the God kind of love, it will stop death. Okay? So, if you're in love, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that it's going to fail. It's going to fail. One day it's going to fail. Okay? And because as soon as you can't, if you are in need, if you are in love with those people because you need something from them, it's gonna fail every time. if you get in a relationship, especially to be married, you should get into that relationship not for so much for what you can get out of it, but for what you can do for that person. Now, did I do that when I got married? No, I didn't know that. I didn't know this stuff. Okay, I didn't know what I'm telling you then, but I know now. You should get into a marriage for what you can do for that person and not so much for what I can get out of it. Okay? And of course, when I did meet my wife, yeah, that was things I was wanting to do for her, but I was wanting her to do some things for me too. But see, in a situation like that, you can, what if you don't get what you want out of it? That romantic love is not going to stand. Okay? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All right. God is still speaking through visions and dreams. Yes, He is.